Welcome to Miracle Moment. This is the new mommy season that will absolutely rock your world, up-level your mama game, and skyrocket your business. I'm your host, Rae Irelan, and brand new mama. Like every new mama out there, I enjoyed those quiet, precious moments of those first few months. But after that, there was this stirring in my heart to lean back into business and activate my entrepreneurial brain. I went into a business partnership with a financially failing podcast production company and turned it into a multi-six-figure production house with over 65 million downloads in just a few months. It's been a roller coaster, and I've learned some unforgettable lessons. As a mamapreneur, I know how challenging it can be to balance work, family, and self-care and still see the everyday miracles. So each week, I'll share stories of women who have defied the odds to pursue their dreams of motherhood while also building successful businesses. This show will open your eyes so you can see the miracles around you. With more awareness, more miracles will show up. Light a fire in your soul, mamas. You deserve it. Welcome to another episode of Miracle Moment. And I think this is a question that I processed in my own life, in my own mind, and also with other girlfriends during my journey of becoming pregnant and becoming a mom, which is the question, is it important to choose to get pregnant? There's so many different ways this can happen, and yeah, I think it's an important thing to address, and I'll do it by, sharing my own story and some other stories that I've heard. So back last June is when I actually shared via my podcast that I was pregnant, and I shared our pregnancy story. So you can go back and listen to that episode if you want a little bit more context as to our journey and our story. So I'll be touching points that I shared back there, but I want to really visit this topic. Is it important to choose to become pregnant? The short version is Sammy and I got together. We had met. We were in and out of this friendship. Sammy was very clear and knew immediately that I was his woman. It took me a little bit longer to catch up and get with the program. But we basically were a month into saying, let's go all in. Let's see what happens. I think we both had family in our hearts, but I definitely don't think we were expecting anything to happen so fast. I think we were thinking 3 to 5 years down the line. So we had a pretty long timeline laid out. We wanted to be creating music, touring around the world. That was our plan and mission. And it was a month into dating and saying, let's go all in, let's see what happens. And we got pregnant. So that's our story. And one of the things that when people ask me, how did it feel to, have a surprise pregnancy? As I really started thinking about it and getting real with myself, I could actually backtrack how my subconscious was craving this. It was craving a pregnancy. It was craving that experience of creation within my body, with a partner. It was craving the building of a family and kind of that legacy move. But it was all so subconscious. You would never have seen me or heard me say, yes, I want a baby right now or anything like that. In fact, it was this last Christmas, we were sitting with my parents and my mom reminded me, isn't it so funny that you manifested this last Christmas? And I looked at her and I was like, what do you mean I manifested it? She said, you don't remember what you said. I was like, no. So I guess last Christmas or the previous Christmas, I had actually mentioned to my parents saying it was just me and them. It was a very quiet, small Christmas. Usually we at least have my brother and sister around and then some partners or some other friends, but it was just the three of us. I said to them, it's really quiet in here and I love you guys, but it's a little boring. We need a baby. Totally thinking that this would be my brother and his girlfriend getting pregnant or someone else in the family. With no idea that I would be the one to bring that baby into our family just a few months after that. So it was just this subconscious desire. And I think Sammy can say the same thing. He wasn't totally ready or fully claiming, yes, I want to be a father right now. But there was this subconscious desire of a big shift in our lives. And I believe what helped us lean into that was that our values were so aligned. And that's really a note that I want to just share for any woman that's listening, that's like on their journey of finding their soul partner. Really just go into your core values. Know yourself enough to know what is most important. I knew for me that having a strong sense of family was one of my top values in life. And because Sammy had the same, it was really easy for us to make the decision to go all in, to lean in on each other, to not run away, even though there were many times when, trust me, I wanted to pack my bags and leave because I was just so scared. And I had a mentor just say to me, you guys are on your own little island, so you got each other, you got to lean in. And that's what we did. But I don't think it would have been as easy if our values weren't as aligned in that space. But being on the other side now, like I look over, Rafa's crawling on the ground right now as I'm recording this episode, being on the other side of that surprise and that jolt and that massive transformation that I experienced, I can really see how we all needed each other for growth, for evolution. Evolution and growth also being high values that both Sammy and I hold. But it actually wasn't just Sammy and I that needed each other for our next level growth and evolution. It was also Rafa and us. I can't even express how often I look at Rafa and he is leading us. He is guiding us. He's teaching us so much. He's also pushing our buttons in ways on repeat sometimes, just pushing us into a space of forced accelerated growth. And the amount of grounding and amplified vision that he's brought into our lives, it wouldn't have happened without a baby. And so I just think it's so cool that as a baby comes into your life, there might have been other dreams and desires that I was chasing, that Sammy and I both were chasing. And yet, when we chose to get pregnant, when we said, yes, we're going all in, we really meant all in. And that's what we're getting out of this. We're getting an all-in experience where our entire lives have shifted. If you look at us this time last year versus now, we're living in a different home. We have so many different items that we've just gathered as a family, things that we need. We've lost a lot. We've lost and let go of friendships, businesses, cars, expenses, habits, hobbies, schedules. So much has shifted, and I would say it has been all for the better. And Sammy and I continue to take on that frame of mind where we say, yes, this is all for the better. We did make this choice. And to really feel empowered in that choice has been such a beautiful gift. So I really feel like there are so many different ways we can give birth, for instance. There's a home birth, there's a hospital, there's C-section, there's just all these different kinds. You can have a doula, you cannot, you can be solo, you can have a whole support group. There's all different ways to give birth, and there's not one way that's best or better. I would even go to say there's not even just one way that's natural. I think if you're having a baby, it's a natural experience, and it's going to be different for each woman and each man that's along for the journey. And the same thing goes for getting pregnant. There's not just one right way. There's so many different roads that can lead to this incredible experience of creating a family. So whether you're someone that has been with a partner for many years and you've been waiting and planning everything out, good for you. That's amazing. Or if you're someone who maybe you're in a situation like mine where you just met someone and then you just got pregnant and you're just going all in, you're leaning in. Or perhaps you're still in the vision and the dream space of it. The biggest thing, the biggest gift that I think you can give yourself is to just choose the way that you're going to do it that feels best for you and your partner and your family. And I'll continue to talk about this because I think that's a lesson that has rippled out into so many different areas of being a mom, being a guide to a little star seed, but also same to being an entrepreneur, to running a business, to being a creative. So there's a lot to uncover, and we'll continue to do that in the following episodes. Keep listening, subscribe if you are loving this, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey mamas, that's a wrap for another epic episode on Miracle Moment, the new mommy season. Catch me on the internet at Rae Irelan, sharing this wild mompreneur life. And don't forget to check out www.raeirelan.com/freebies for all the resources and support while building your soul-aligned business. Are you feeling the miracles coming your way? Stay blessed, ride this miracle vibe all day long, and remember, it's all about the journey. Catch you on the next episode.